Let's cut the sweet talk, because sometimes a woman won't break your heart by cheating, or ghosting, or walking out in the middle of the night. Sometimes she'll break you with her words, while looking you straight in the eyes. And if you don't know how to listen, really listen, you'll mistake red flags for "she's just emotional." You'll excuse disrespect as "she's just being honest." And worst of all, you'll stay. You'll stay thinking you can fix it. But let me tell you something, brother. There are 5 things a woman can say that should never be ignored. Words that don't just hint at her character, they scream it. And if you ever hear her say them, leave immediately, not for revenge, not to prove a point, but because real men walk away from chaos before it ruins them. Oh, and before we continue, I've got something special for you. A free ebook, The Female Mind Control Handbook. It reveals the hidden secrets to making any woman crave you. Grab it now, link in the description or pinned comment. Let's begin with the first one. It's subtle, but deadly. 1. You're too sensitive. Sounds innocent, right? She might even laugh when she says it, like it's a joke. But this phrase is emotional gaslighting in disguise. Here's the setup. You open up. You express something that hurt. Maybe you say you didn't like the way she flirted with another guy, or how she spoke to you in front of your friends. And instead of leaning in, she throws it back at you with a smirk and says, "Wow, you're too sensitive." Now let's pause, because what just happened is dangerous. She didn't take responsibility. She didn't try to understand. She didn't even disagree respectfully. She went straight for your masculinity. She made you the problem for having feelings. That's not strength. That's manipulation. You want a partner who can handle feedback, a woman who values your emotional safety as much as you value hers. And when she labels your pain as weakness, she's not building a relationship. She's building a power imbalance. Here's what it really means when she calls you too sensitive. She doesn't want to be held accountable. She wants emotional control. She wants you to second-guess your instincts, so she never has to check her behavior. Let me be clear. You are not too sensitive for expressing hurt, boundaries, or clarity. You are too smart to let someone twist your pain into guilt. And if she says it once, she'll say it again, each time a little colder, each time cutting a little deeper, until you stop speaking up altogether, until you become the version of yourself she prefers. Quiet, doubting, easy to control. So don't wait for that to happen. If she weaponizes your vulnerability, don't defend yourself. Don't argue. Leave quietly, confidently, completely. Because when a woman tries to make you feel weak for feeling, she's already shown you her character. Believe her the first time. Perfect. Here's the continuation of your video script for 2. If you can't handle me at my worst. You've heard it before. Every man has. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Sounds deep, right? Wrong. It's emotional manipulation wearing a pretty quote. Here's what it really means. I want you to stay, no matter how I behave. Let's break it down. When someone says this, they're not taking responsibility for their worst. They're glorifying it. They're setting the stage to make you feel like the bad guy for setting boundaries. She's not promising growth. She's promising chaos and daring you to love her through it. And listen, we all have flaws. We all get messy sometimes. But there's a difference between being vulnerable and using your worst as an excuse to never change. This phrase is an ultimatum wrapped in guilt. A loyalty test you'll never pass. Because no matter how much you give, she'll always raise the bar of what her worst looks like, just to see if you'll stay. And staying doesn't make you strong. It makes you a hostage in a war she's not even trying to end. You need a partner who wants to evolve, not weaponize her broken pieces. You need someone who says, "I'm working on it. I want to be better." Not, "This is just how I am. Deal with it." Because if her love comes with a built-in excuse for mistreating you, it's not love, it's a test, and the right answer is always to walk away. 3. You're just like my ex. This one cuts deep, because it doesn't just insult you, it ropes you into someone else's mess. When a woman compares you to her ex, especially in the heat of conflict, she's doing two things: disrespecting your identity, punishing you for wounds you didn't cause. Let's say you forgot to text her back. Suddenly it's, "Wow, you're just like my ex. He used to ignore me too." Now pause. What just happened isn't about texting. It's about projection. She's dragging ghosts into your relationship and blaming you for things she never healed from. And the worst part? It forces you into a defensive corner. You start explaining yourself, proving you're not him, trying harder just to be treated fairly. But here's the stoic truth. You are not here to compete with a memory. You are not here to fix what another man broke. You are either loved for who you are, or you leave. A woman who respects you will hold space for your differences, not slap you with emotional baggage and expect you to carry it. If she keeps bringing up her ex, she's not over him. And worse, she's not ready for you. Don't play the role of the redemption arc in someone else's breakup story. You deserve a clean slate, not a war zone filled with landmines you didn't place. Walk away. 4. I don't owe you anything. This is the nuclear bomb of disrespect. She says it when you ask for basic effort, when you ask for honesty, when you ask for reciprocation. And instead of empathy, she gives you this: "I don't owe you anything." Technically, sure, no one owes anyone anything. But in a relationship built on mutual respect, this is a red flag so big it should come with sirens, because what she's really saying is, "I don't respect what you give. I'll take what I want and justify never giving it back." You're optional, disposable. This phrase is the battle cry of a woman who wants full freedom, with zero accountability, and if you accept that, you'll slowly lose your value in the relationship, because anything that's not appreciated gets taken for granted, and anything taken for granted gets taken advantage of. Here's the rule. If she doesn't feel like she owes you basic effort, then you owe yourself an exit. No debate, no drama, no closure talk. Just a clean, quiet goodbye. Because your time, energy, and loyalty are currency. And a woman who tells you they're worthless? She's not broke. She's bankrupt. 5. You're lucky to have me. This one's soaked in ego. Now, confidence is beautiful. A woman who knows her worth is magnetic, but there's a fine line between self-worth and superiority. When she says, "You're lucky to have me," what she's really saying is, "I'm better than you." It means she sees herself as the prize, and you as the grateful recipient. It means she's stopped building with you and started competing against you. Now here's the killer twist. When a man hears this, he often starts chasing, overcompensating, trying to prove that he is lucky just to keep her around. But a high-value man knows love isn't a favor, and relationships aren't charities. You're not lucky to have her. You're both fortunate to have each other, if it's real. The second she starts acting like she's doing you a favor, she's already lost respect for you, and respect is like glass. Once shattered, it never looks the same again. Don't fight for her validation. Walk away with your self-worth intact, and let her wonder what kind of man doesn't need reminding he's enough. So if she says these things, don't stay for her potential. Don't wait for the sweet version of her to come back. Don't lie to yourself because the nights are lonely. When her words become weapons, your silence becomes power. Real love doesn't test your limits. It respects them. And the moment a woman starts playing word games to cut you down, you don't flinch. You leave. Not because you're weak, but because you're too damn strong to stay where you're not respected. Subscribe right now if you're done being manipulated and finally ready to lead with power, clarity, and quiet strength. This channel isn't about chasing women. It's about becoming a man they'll never forget, even after you're gone. Comment the word enough. If you've ever been pushed too far, if you've had to walk away from what you thought was love, if you're ready to stop tolerating and start commanding respect, comment it below. Let them know you've had enough.